Hi, Bill. So 93 DeVoe is the first one on the agenda. They were approved back in June. This is the approved plan. They've come back with revisions. So if you want to look at what was approved, and Bill, you can begin. If everyone else can mute their mic until it's your application. Thank you.
Oh, it's gonna.
Yeah, make it.
Oh, is this your first time here?
No, but no one did that one.
Oh. All right, Bill, we're ready.
And you can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we have the building permit already issued for this. You had reviewed it a couple of times before. And so we just thought you liked the project so much, we'd come back again for another revision so you can see it again. In just starting working with a contractor, we were planning to keep an existing, what is screen porch at the moment, to be converted to a sunroom and build off of that. The contractor came in and said he can't salvage the existing screen porch to become a sunroom, which is essentially this X-through box on the rear right corner of the house. And so said he needed to demolish it in order to build what we were going to build, turn into the sunroom. So the owner decided he wanted to re-expand it, and you've seen prior version of a further expanded concept of this plan from what we're showing, and also to add back in building a garage at the essentially two new garage bays at the basement level underneath of the new sunroom. You had seen a prior version of that where a 10-foot ceiling height for the new garage at the basement level, and that got approved. And then for cost reasons, that got eliminated and reduced, and you approved the prior version, which was again just converting to a sunroom and where this X is, and adding a screen porch behind it. So now we're coming back to add back in the two garage bays underneath, expand the sunroom to this full amount, including the hatched area to the right, and then widen what you approved previously for the screen porch as well to that same line. So it's a sunroom over a garage in this area, and then a screen porch over what is just lattice panel in space underneath of it as a deck underneath. And then we have this deck we were doing all along that remains the same as what you had seen previously. So I'll show you the revised elevations, and I've got the site plan was at a bit of an odd scale, so I'll scale back down. Here you see the grade level, basement level, where we are adding the two-car garage bay at basement level, expanding the driveway to cover that. In the prior version, this was remaining sort of an outdoor storage area. And then adding the screen porch above over this area, if you can see my cursor. And then, like I said, the deck you had seen previously on the rear of the house. At the first floor level, this becomes the sunroom here. The previous plan had the sunroom to this width, so clearly there's an improvement to the quality of the room by widening it, and that's the part of the reason they decided to bite the bullet and go ahead and do this. And then the widened screened porch as well, both at the first floor level. For elevations, again, the front elevation hardly changes except for the slight piece of the expanded garage level and sunroom that you can see on the right side. Here's the, too far, sorry. Here's the principal revised elevation, the right side of the house. The sunroom elevation remains the same essentially as what you had seen before. Sets of 3 pairs of windows, which kind of match. We go backwards a second to the floor plan. There are windows interior between the existing screen porch and the what is used as a dining room now. 2 large bays of windows, and so we're sort of replicating that large window setup in the outside.
The garage doors different sizes, or is that an
The
illusion?
garage doors are taller. So yes, good pickup, Bob. The ceiling of the existing garage is 7 feet, actually 7'2". The existing garage doors are only 6'4", and there are 2 steel beams that for some reason they decided to drop down over those doors, and those are our existing short doors. We're keeping the same ceiling height, but putting in 7-foot high doors and using the short jack screw method for the overhead doors, so we can get 7-foot tall doors. The patterning, as you can see, is to remain the same in terms of mimicking the garage doors, and that was something as well in your prior look at the garage door, new garage scheme. We had 2 different kinds of doors, and you wanted to see them match up, even though they were going to be different sizes, at least match up the patterning and details, and particularly this arched panel, which is existing over these doors, and we're mimicking that arched panel over the new doors. The existing stone veneer is around those existing garage doors, and so we're matching that stone veneer height and the stone veneer over those doors. So trying to keep it as much to a similar look as we can while achieving taller doors, taller and wider. The other thing then to point out is the screened porch. This is the same elevation that you had approved before. So this wall is just moving out in plane with the widened garage, and the stair down to grade and the lattice panels. All of that is the same as what had been previously approved. I'll show you the rear elevation here. Again, the only change here is a widened screen porch, same character and style for that end wall of the screen porch, just wider, and the roof line gets a little taller here. Still misses this existing window, the deck, the cable railing, the sets of new sliding doors, all the same as what you previously reviewed and approved. Those are the changes. By the way, it's the right side wall, same elevation as previously. We're doing this screen wall at the end of the deck. And again, that's the same elevation you'd seen previously. Do you want to see photos of the house? Anything?
No, I remember now you're saying it.
Yeah, and I'm certainly happy to show them. Is there anything else you'd want me to show you with this?
No. Hey, Annie, you good?
Fine, yep, I'm good.
Looks good, Bill, thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, Phil.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you for your work there, for your volunteering for the community. I just want to say that because you guys are meeting now, and thanks for giving us the chance to do this remotely. Helps a bit. So, but thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good
Yeah,
night,
thank
Bill.
you for your thank you.
Plan alterations on this guy.
Yeah, good. I had to throw away a lot of paper.
You got it all shredded.
Yeah, we did.
After
We did. I didn't print that.
yeah.
I couldn't carry the file anymore.
So, so the next application is 132 Pines Bridge.
Yes, good evening.
Hello.
I Hello.
architect, and the owner, Gary Ramono, is here as well. So, yes, so would you like me to share my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. We start with the pictures. Hold on. So, can you see it?
Yep.
Good. So I figured I'm gonna start with the pictures. So basically what we're proposing is an addition to basically a real entrance. So as you can see here where my cursor is, the existing entrance is far in the back, and you basically fall into the hallway. So there is no real foyer, there's no real closet. And so it was my client's long wish to actually have a real entrance. And basically, so we came up with this concept here. So let me show you what we came up with. So I'm going to start with the elevations. So basically, it's a very simple way of creating a nice space where my client, both my clients have a closet, and they actually do have a powder room. And from that powder room, then they go into basically the living space. And in order to do that, we couldn't just pull down the roof, because that would have made it too low to really make it a usable powder room. So we created our own small gable, and we are able with a cricket to create kind of this drainage for the water as well, because that was my concern. But what we were able to do as well is actually to keep the window, an existing window here, which, at least it lets some light in. And it just, made it also an easier addition and a smaller construction project. So now bringing you to the floor plan. So basically here you can see what it is we did. I mean, we were staying behind the existing front of the house, which of course turned out wasn't far enough, because we have a setback of 75 feet, and the building, the structure as it is legally non-conforming. So, so basically we could not have built anything here, because going 75 feet back from the street would have brought us somewhere into the kitchen, I guess, or behind the kitchen. So in any case, now, so here, this is our entrance. Here we have one light. The other light is basically a fake panel, because the trade-off was so either two side lights or a closet, and my client opted for the closet. And we do have a small powder room here. So yeah, I think that's really it. Let me see, what else could I show you? Yeah, so here you see the site plan as well. But yeah, it's really just a very small entrance addition. So let me bring you back to the front here. Here we go. So do you have any questions for us?
Well, just if you've worked out that cricket, it looks a little complicated in there.
Yeah, could we see that one roof plan quickly?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, I think it's there. Let's see, where's the roof plan? Here. So here is our gable structure, which basically fits right into, or gets right, you sit it right on the existing gable. And then you create a plane, basically another surface that is more or less like a, a drain board, a level drain board. And the advantage is that we already have a downspout here in this corner. So it's easy to really just tie it in. So that was definitely, that worked well. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So next to the door and the side light, you have siding there? Is that what I'm seeing?
So,
On the other side, to the left of the
this
door.
siding here?
Yeah,
Yes, we do. Yeah, that is, I mean, I guess we could probably
Because you're-
match the existing siding, but
because you have shingles everywhere. Oh,
we do, yes.
and
So,
then brick. So it's the only place on the house. Well, I guess you have it up here, but you have it vertical.
yes, we do. Yeah, vertical would not have worked here.
No.
Such a small,
I just feel like there's a lot of different design facings. And what were you going to suggest?
I mean, it's such a small
Mhm.
piece really that, I mean, I guess we could do those shingle styles, although it's definitely harder to do on a
Yeah.
on such a small panel. I mean, I guess to have just one flat panel wouldn't work either, because then it competes with the side.
Right.
So, I mean, if we can match those shingles, that would absolutely be fine. I mean, I think that would work too.
No, I would agree with Ann. I think it would be consistent. You're putting shingles on the side of the new entrance too. So.
Yeah, says no setting to match existing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so if you can note that on the drawings that you'll match, you'll attempt to match the siding, I think you'll be good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Sure, we can do that. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, you're approved with that one
Pretty good.
condition. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You.
Thanks.
the next one is 1130 Porch Travel.
I think,
Yeah, she needs to,
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of it. I'm leaving. Hold on, I'm almost done. I think.
Quick end at the bottom.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't let me get out. Hold on. Quit Zoom. Here we go. Let's do this. Maybe now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, got it.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
yeah.
hi, Mary.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Mary. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Alistair.
Yeah, right. We're all here. Derek's watching into the contractor. I'll share my screen.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, wait a minute. So, the project is a garage for the Dunns. It's a very old house with no garage. So I'll just show you the site plan first. It's a large piece of property, but it's on 2 levels. So this lower area is what faces Hardscrabble. Then it goes up a hill and there's a large area that you actually don't really see easily from when you're down by the house. Here you can see the neighbors. So here's Hardscrabble, the property, and the neighbors are pretty spread out. This is across the street. So it's also next door. And this is across the street going the other direction. Mandy Sherman, for those of you who know her. So this is the Dunn house. The original part was it 1700s, Sarah, Alistair? Or
I think
1600s?
1820-ish is the oldest
Oh,
part.
okay. All right. Anyway, so you can see it has a couple of different pieces, sort of this main block, and then there was an addition here. This is straight on from Hardscrabble. This is the existing driveway, and this is significant because the new garage is going to be right here. So as you go up the driveway, this is actually the upper part of the kitchen, which sits on the lower level. Number of years ago, we did an addition for a mudroom, which is in here. And then there's Alistair's office over here. So the idea was to create a garage in this grassy space and connect it to the house with an overhang, which follows this roof line. So let me see, make these a little smaller. Well, actually on our site plan, this is the outline of the house. And then the covered, the covering to the garage. And then we're doing a little backup space. So we're basically using the existing driveway for the most part, and then having additional backup and the garage. So here's the floor plan. So this is the existing mudroom or boot room. The covered walkway, which will be Belgian block. We have gravel on either side here and then going into the asphalt. So we're trying to cut down on the amount of asphalt and we're adding very little. Garage itself, the small area, covered area in the back for storing wood. And then we have a retaining wall kind of on the two sides and for the backup space, because this is where the hill starts to go up. Actually, here's the front. Okay, so as you come up that driveway, that view that I showed you, this is what you'll see. So we're using the large exposure cedar siding, which they currently have. We'll use carriage style doors, a cupola, making it look like an outbuilding, which is in keeping with the age of the house. This is our retaining wall, which is going to have to step up and go across. This is that backup parking area. And then part of the reason that we did an open covered connection is so that lawnmowers and people could get through and go to the garden, which is quite lovely, down some steps. And so we wanted to keep it open, but covered. Looking back at the house, this is the existing door to the mudroom, and this is the overhang. And this is that little office that extends beyond it. In the back, this is where we'll have the covered area for storing wood. And then on the other side, this is where we're going up the hill, so we don't have too much showing. In terms of this is retaining wall. And then on the side, looking from the house toward the garage, we have this set of windows, which actually mimics windows which we have in the existing house here, with room below for storage and workshop space. And this is just the section through. Walkway, garage, and some attic space above.
Looks great to me.
Good, yeah, I like it. Nice little addition.
Nice job.
Cool addition to the farmstead.
Yeah, fits in very
homestead.
nice.
Well, thank you. Have a
Thank
good-
you.
Bye-bye. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, Mary.
Bye.
Thanks, Mary.
Bye-bye.
Alice was saying, that's it?
Let me see, stop sharing.
1800s.
Okay.
Okay, so our last application is here.
I'm staying on because I want to watch Robin, so I'll just mute
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
Just curious, how come they wanted to come in?
Hi, Robin. Do we want to have her sit there?
Where do you want me to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can slide down.
Okay.
This way Mary can see you.
I'm ready. You want me to take out the large set, a half set?
I have a large set here and I have a smaller set as well.
I'll have another smaller set of that one.
And Anne, are you able to see it on your screen from the website?
Oh, yeah, I've been on the website the whole time.
Hi, Ann.
Is that Robin Zahn?
Yes.
Hi, Robin.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you? So wait, who's the architect, Mary or Robin?
Me.
Robin.
Mary's just being a friend and hanging in there.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, isn't it?
Yes.
Sure. As
Public, it's a public meeting.
long as you don't critique, it's fine.
Okay, so the project is basically all new. So the existing, which I also have more pictures of, is gonna be demolished. My clients,
What's made that small house?
yeah,
Small house?
Yeah.
Okay, that.
yeah, my clients live on Winthrop Road, and they bought the piece of property behind them, directly behind them on Seven Bridges, around 5 years ago. Their oldest son is autistic, and the idea was that their son would live in the house eventually. But COVID sort of changed their plans and how they want to use the house and all of that. The house had been rented for the last 5 years. So now the idea is to build a new house and an accessory office that they can use for their son eventually, or Danielle's mom, who is a single woman getting a little bit older. She'll live in the house part-time, but they also wanted a pool, for COVID purposes. Everybody wants, more activities at the house. So that's what the project has become. So again, you don't have a site plan that shows the relationship between the house and the office. So, I mean,
You have to make that plan that.
Yeah.
the site.
yeah, so again, I have a couple of things. So this is a little bit smaller. So this will show you Seven Bridges is down here. My client is back there. I have a full-size survey if you want to see that as well. But the existing house is the black hatched. So basically, the new house is in the green here. So it's just moved forward a little bit towards the street. Primarily, I had done that to keep the tree, but then the landscape architect came in and said it's an ash that's dying and we should take it out anyway. So anyway, but that's why everything sort of is where it is, trying to maintain the tree. And within setbacks, I'm keeping the existing, septic that's there. It was a 5-bedroom house. Now it's really becoming a 1-bedroom house with, an office.
And can you hear everything okay?
I know it's hard to hear with masks sometimes. Do you want me to go through the plans or the elevations with you?
That's an extra shot.
Oh, the septic tank.
Yeah, there's a set here to it.
So Robin, this is the
Yeah.
principal dwelling on this parcel,
Yes,
as well as the accessory building for the other parcel, if you will.
Well, it's an accessory for this parcel. The two parcels are staying separate.
Understood, they need to.
Yeah,
The office is accessory.
yes. The office is the accessory to this principal.
But they'll connect it by walkways or whatever, how they use it.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, even if it's just grass walkway, but yeah,
So which is a pool house, is that what you call it?
yes, yes. So that's what you're looking at here.
Okay, so there's a pool house, an office,
Right.
pool in between, so there's not a additional house, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I'm calling it a pool house. It's, you know, it's big enough to be a house, so.
What is the square footage?
What's the square footage on
Okay, I have it all. It's on the paperwork. I think it's, most of the basement is finished.
Well, what would be the footprint?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that's with,
Or with
Both.
the office,
Yeah.
it's 3,778.
yeah,
Because we have minimums in 1,500 is the minimum.
right. It's definitely bigger than that. And then I know that the accessory building is 1/3 of, you know, the half the basement down the first floor. So that works in terms of sizes of everything.
Okay, so same style for both
Mhm.
buildings.
I mean, they didn't-
Farmhouse type.
They didn't want it to be
Right.
big or anything like that, so it's 1 story. Most of the houses you can see on Seven Bridges are not particularly large.
Oh, this house is fairly new, isn't it?
It's not, there was an addition put onto it that's relatively new.
Oh,
The original
I think
part of the
I
house,
recognize it, yeah.
yeah,
It's on the
it's on the east side
east
of
side.
Seven Bridges. No, so you're looking at the office elevations there. I mean, the two buildings look alike, be detailed the same way. You know, a standing seam roof, there's a stone foundation on the front where the grade is a little bit lower. So this is the back side of the office over here.
What's the material of this?
It's just a board and batten, painted white.
Yeah, hardy board.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice little farmhouse.
And any thoughts?
And stuff,
I think it's very nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Good.
Mary, any thoughts?
Be quiet, Mary.
I think it looks great too.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, I wanna jump in.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Okay.
We're shut up, all right?
Yes, well, I knew you didn't have the site plan, because I'm still waiting for engineering.
It's okay.
So I know I still owe you
We'll work
a
on
lot
it
of
together.
stuff, but yeah. Yeah, the clients are great. I worked with them, you know, I started working for them 10 years ago. So,
So this house is the new choir and they live in the other house.
because Danielle said she's never moving.
Good for her. By the neighborhood.
Yeah, she loves the neighborhood, so, you know, we can do what they can do.
You want to expand, that's the best way.
Yeah,
Good for them.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Have a good
Yeah.
night.